Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some more crosswords. If you guessed that because it's Friday, we're doing a Friday today, you guessed correctly. Congratulations. Here we go. Fall guy? Oh, it's probably something to do with the season fall. Like a person or mythological figure who is associated with fall? I don't know. Like noble gases. Well, usually they're considered inert, right? But that's 5 letters. What other properties do the noble gases have? I don't really know. They're like, I mean, they have typically a multiple of 8, or they have like all their electron shells are full, which for the outer ones means 8. For the inner ones, I don't know. I guess hydron's, is hydrogen a noble gas? I don't think so. Yeah, definitely not inert. Anyway, Japanese emperor, could this be Hirohito? I believe that's someone who was a Japanese emperor and is not now. And I'm pretty sure it was not the most recent emperor either, because the one who recently retired, well, recently, last year, I guess. I don't think this was his name. Anyway, he ends up causing a problem for like programmers who have to deal with dates. This is the first time since we switched to having a lot of computers telling time that the Japanese calendar has had to be reset because there's a new emperor. And he did it like, I don't know, I guess less suddenly than if he had died, right? But people had to kind of scramble. Anyway, so that was how I heard about it and why I sort of know that I don't think this was his name. Like Tameji or something, right? Maybe that's the new one? I don't know. 1997 film with the tagline, "One wrong flight can ruin your whole day." Air Con? Maybe? It sounds like the right era, roughly, and it's about flying, a flight. I don't know. Con Air, that's what it was called. I don't know if that was the tagline for that movie, but that's a movie that seems related, so... It's a movie about, like... I don't know, I never even saw it, but I know Nicolas Cage is in it, and it's somehow about inmates on planes, maybe Air Force One? I don't really know. Things found on old desktops. What do they call those, like, I don't know, on reporters' desks? They would have like a kind of spike thing that they would kind of just jab papers onto to hold onto them that were like notes for a story or something. You would expect those not to be super common right now anymore, so they would be found only on old desktops, but I don't know what they're called, and I don't know if that's right. Raises could be a lot of things. Once going by. Nay, right? It's a name you were once going by is like your maiden name. You know. I don't want to use the last names of any people I know, but you know, you can use nay and then the maiden name to say like the name you used to have. T in Mandarin, don't know. Reunion attendee informally. Well, they're adults. There's family reunions and there's school reunions. Maybe they just mean family. I was thinking of high school reunions at first, but it could be family, you know. Typically, at a family reunion, the attendees are family. I don't know. Well polished. Ooh, it's shiny. Look at that. Points raised while eating. Tines. You raise the tines on your fork to eat with it. Uber nerd of 90s TV. Urkel. Steve Urkel. YSL? Alright. Don't know who that is, but it's a monogram, so sure. Impatient demand. I don't know. What's this ink? Ink blots? Ink... Is an ink blot... Like an ink blot is the splotch of ink on a paper, or like a card, like a Rorschach thing. But maybe an ink blot is also a thing that you use to create ink blots, or like to put the excess ink from a fountain pen on. There's also ink wells. Ink wells. Yes, because an impatient demand is now. All right, I'm pretty happy with Hirohito. Both A, it seems to be correct, and that makes me happy, and B, I'm correct that I got it without needing any crosses. A fall guy? A stunt man is a guy who falls for a living. Debut album for Dr. Dre, no idea. Simpsons character named for a U.S. president, Mill? I'd never watched very much Simpsons. Obviously, they're so pervasive in popular culture that I know some of them. Ah, Millhouse, that's who it is. Self-help books for those feeling lost. Atlases. If you're lost, you look in an atlas to help yourself be unlost. A downhill run is a slalom. Linus or Lucy, e.g. Well, they're Peanuts characters. They're a toon, as in a cartoon character. We had that clue come up a while ago for someone from some cartoon I'd never heard of. Oh, it was a character in, like, the Yogi Bear cartoons, maybe? Noble gases, I guess, are no, they're not sterile. Stable. Another way of saying inert. 1997, one wrong flight can ruin your whole day. I don't know. Rita Moreno's West Side Story role must have been Anita. That's a famous role from that movie. Places of worship. It starts with a B, huh? Could this be London? I don't know. AOI? This doesn't look very good. LNT? I'm pretty happy with Anita, so I think I must be wrong about Toon. Classic toy with colored pegs. Colored pegs. A classic toy? Colored pegs. Don't know. Speakers stumbles, I guess are ers. You would say maybe. Boy, it kind of looks like Con Air except for that L, doesn't it? Something arises fits, but that's not really right. Tea in Mandarin is probably cha. I know that, like, there's, you know, chai is tea in Indian, and I don't know. The T and the CH are kind of similar enough that we all kind of have T is derived from, I think, the Mandarin word. Our word for tea is derived from the Mandarin word, so it should sound similar. I'll go with cha. Bozos north of the border. North of the border. Well, that should be Canadian for bozos? Hosers? No. Maybe. I kind of thought a hoser was a jerk, whereas a bozo is like an idiot. Garb for the masses. What would you wear to a church mass if you were, say, a priest? I don't know the answer. Sam Shepard play about warring brothers. I don't know. Collar? I don't know. Is that related to cholera somehow? Captivates. Well, SSES, presumably. Mission name in The Martian. I just saw this for the first time like a month ago. It was the Ares mission. Okay, well, it wasn't hose. Oh, it could. That R makes it look like hosers, doesn't it? Farm animal that sounds like you is a U. Yeah, so this is not slalom. Posers. So maybe this is Con Air. And we could make this tune again. Huh. Oh, informally. Why did I think it... I thought it said some other word. What word did I think? It was one that meant often, or I thought it was like typically or something. Anyway, an informal way to describe someone attending a reunion is an auntie. What the hell is this? Downhill run? Rivers run downhill. Scouse is not a word I'm aware of. Places of worship. Classic toy. Light Bright. It's a kind of a wall that has holes in it. Like there's places you can put pegs, and those pegs kind of conduct colored light. They let It's like, oh gosh, how do you even describe what Light Bright is? It's like a way to make art that just uses up a piece of paper and you get shiny, I don't know. Okay, there's a light, like a wall, a small vertical wall. This is a children's toy. That has a light source inside of it and a bunch of little holes to let the light through. You start by covering the entire thing with black paper so that none of the light's getting out. And then if you want, you can punch holes in the black paper with colored translucent pegs to let colored light out in that spot. And you can make kind of a colored drawing that way. There you go. I think that was enough to describe it to someone who's never seen one before, which is, I think, fairly impressive. Garb for the masses. I still don't know. UEWE is a weird one. Captivates. I still don't know. Subject of a 23-foot bronze statue in San Diego's Balboa Park. I mean, I've been to San Diego. I've been to a park in San Diego. I guess I was going to go look it up to see if I've seen that picture, that statue. But then I would accidentally learn the name, and that would be cheating. Shade of deep blue. Well, not azure, that's too short, and also not usually that blue. Produce or produce? Produce. Right. It could be a verb meaning to make, or a noun meaning like a vegetable. Not sure. Same here as me too. Night owl often. I don't know. Aloof. Someone aloof is icy, maybe? It shares a border with Georgia. It's, I don't know. Does Alabama share? Or are they talking about Georgia, the country? I don't know. Places to wear goggles. Well, in pools. On ski runs. Medium for modern marketing campaigns. Well, email, I would have thought. This could be as do I, as am I. Coinage for a certain working class male voter. Coinage, I think, means like you coin a word to describe them, or a phrase they have coined to describe themselves, or is associated with them somehow. I don't know. Wise elder. I don't know. Sci-fi general. Star Wars presumably has generals, right? But none of them are famous enough that I know them. Let's put an I here, I guess. You know the rest. Could be etc. 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 Probably not. Startling sound could be a lot of things. Bam. I don't know. Cut again, say. Re-dice. I'm not convinced that's a word. Patriotic organization. Oh no. Am I going to have to make a political statement here? No. Is this the NFL because the Patriots play in the NFL? That's almost the only way I can think of that this wouldn't be political. And I don't think they would make you take a political stance here. Like, say, the NRA. Volleyball coup is an ace, a service where they can't even hit it once. Saws. I mean, an ads is a kind of saw, but ads is too short. Annual event to grow awareness of men's health issues. I'm not aware of this. Something day, probably. Dark red gemstone. Dark red. I don't know. Sarcastic show of approval is a slow clap. Extras. I mean, extras are kind of walk-ons in movies. Extras could mean like getting more of something, I don't know, on like a salad, for example. Meetings. Run-ins is way too short. All right, let's start looking at some downs. I still don't know that album or this. I'm not sure about Con Air, but like Toon, Anita, and Lightbright is pretty dang convincing. Places of worship. I wish I knew what religion, but of course that's kind of the hard part, I imagine. Spring feast, of course, the time of year when you eat a lot of springs. That's the spring feast. I don't know. Wait a minute. Garb for the masses could also be like playfully referring to mass as like, you know, when you're fat, you have a lot of mass on your body. Maybe this is like something fat people should wear. I'm not aware of any specific thing though. Sleek. Lean. Brooklyn Nine-Nine actor who played in the NFL. Are you kidding me? I've never seen a single episode of that show, and I've watched very few NFL games in my life. Change in Cuba. This could be like the word for change in Spanish, but it's not. It could be some like period when there was a big period in history when there was a big change of some kind there. You know, around, I don't know. Baltic native, probably they're looking for Slav here, although ending with a V? No, probably not. I don't know, by the way, who lives... Oh, maybe it's an Arab? I don't know where the Baltic is, so... But I associate it more with, like, kind of Slavic than Arabic, right? I'm not sure. Duke's group. So I think they're probably talking about Duke, the college, and not Duke, the, like, English aristocrat. I don't know what groups Duke is in. It's probably like their conference in college football or something. Government assistance. Welfare? But slow clap is so good. Causes for alarm? So of course the natural meaning is like things that would make you become worried. But with a question mark, you want to read it in some other way. Like, excuse me. Like, reasons you would set your alarm in the morning. You have an early class or something. I don't know. Musical repeat mark. I don't know. Can't read sheet music. San Blanc, city near Berkeley. Oh no. I live near Berkeley. What is this city? It's a bit of a rough one. Drink, so to speak. I'm not sure. Suspects informally. Wow, you call suspects perps? They're the perpetrators. That should be like people who actually did it, right? Starting sound could be a pop. Oh, startling sound. Right. San Paulo? I don't know of such a place. Drink, so to speak. Weird. Celebrity chef Paula. I don't know. Mid-East title. Is Mid-East one of those places where they say Sri? I associate it with like India and that kind of area, and I don't really know whether that counts as Mid-East or not. Editor's stack. They might have a stack of issues? I don't know. The year 1101, MCI, oops. MCI in Roman numerals was 1101. So all the movies published in that year had MCI on them. Annual event to grow awareness. Ends with R, huh? I thought for sure it was going to end with day. Well, we didn't get a lot on the acrosses, I don't think. Oh, raises though is hoists. Basilica? Basilici? Like a basilica, I don't really know what it is, but it's some kind of building. Might be related to a church. And you could pluralize it by putting an I on the end. Oh, basilicae? This is kind of how Latin would pronounce it, right? Would pluralize it, I mean. It's a bit of a stretch. I have no idea what this is. But I'm very certain about these 4 crosses. Lean could be wrong. In fact, it does seem to be because of this as am I or as do I. So this should end with M or O, huh? Probably M. We'll pencil that in just because it's a little bit easier to end with an M than with an O, I think. About warring brothers. Don't know. Collar. I don't know. It could be ire. That's a noun that starts IR, and collar doesn't sound like something that would make you happy. So ire might be your anger, and maybe collar is the same thing. Captivates. N something, right? Oh, it is an N because these are NASCAR Dad? No. Well, maybe. One of these two is wrong, but I don't know which for sure. Captivates and something says. Still don't know this statue. Shade of deep blue. Marine. Oh, something sleek is trim, maybe? And then this could be true. Oh, this must be the Chronic. I've heard of that album. And grosses. True. I still don't know. Like, is this an S? A T? Shush? 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 Shust? I don't know. What's this gray, though? That's pretty cool. Wise elder is a gray beard. Metaphorically. You wear goggles in a lab? Sure. Cut again, say re... I don't know. Croatia? No. So when I saw this E here, one thought I had was this could be about a teen. Like, a lot of teens like to stay up late. And so it's something to do with teen, and therefore could end with teen. I don't know. Spring Feast. I don't know. Ah, to produce something, you create it. It shares a border with George. I don't know. We still could put etc., etc. there. I don't love it. I feel like if this was about the NFL, they ought to put a question mark in here, actually. Also, they would... Well, but it is abbreviated. They're telling me that. Not a surprise. Few organizations have a non-abbreviated three-letter name. Ah, Movember is like supposed to be a November where you grow out your mustache for awareness somehow. I don't know. San Pablo? I guess. Ocean? Oh yes, sure. If you fell into the ocean, you fell into the drink. Ed's stack. MS's manuscripts. Meetings. Oh, I bet government assistance is the dole. Kind of I don't really know where that name came from. But that's like a slang term for welfare, I think. Something related to that anyway. Celebrity Chef Paula, don't know. Still questionable on all the stuff down here, obviously. H, huh? Are meetings sessions in some context? Change in Cuba ends with VOS? It's not impossible, but it's a little weird. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, I've heard of this. Yes, people love him on Twitter. Terry, not that I'm ever on Twitter. I get all my tweets from Reddit, but Terry Crews. This is Sessions. Ah, centavos. Yes, that's like their pennies or something. Our centavos. That's their smallest unit of currency, which is change. HNYC? Not C, NY. Chechnya. Yeah, there's not a lot of ways you can put words to get letters together in that shape. Duke's Group. It's not US. Yeah, and I don't know. Baltic Native. Causes for alarm. This is etc. etc. After teen? It doesn't really make sense. Baltic Native. HE. Okay, well, now we have something over here. We can guess that it's probably either the R or the A. And to be honest, I like NASCAR Dad a lot more as kind of a play on Soccer Mom. Then I like the Sri thing. So what if we erased this? Saws. Dark red gemstone. Extras are add-ins or add-ons. I don't know which. Okay, well, we know it's not Sri. I'm now pretty sure this is Dad. Musical repeat mark. I wish I knew. Dark red gemstone. It's not marble. It's not marine. It's not carbine or carbuncle or... I don't know. What about this? You would expect it more to be O than I, just because a lot of our names for musical things come from Latin, and I was usually a pluralizer word, and I wouldn't expect, like, repeat. I don't know. Repeat obviously is related to plurality because you do things a plural number of times. But it isn't itself a plural, so I would expect it to be an O, maybe? I'm not sure. It's not a very solid reasoning, of course. True West? I guess. It's like this can't be... It can't be a T anymore because True Wet is bizarre. Alright, what's this all about? Euclid is too long. Oh, we have this. Sci-fi General. Come on. E and A. General. Did Leia become a general? In like Return of the Jedi or something? Was she like ordering around troops? Could be. It'd be a little bit weird for this thing, but I'm not in love with Basilica, of course. Basilicae. I'll pencil in Leia. El Cid, That's the name of a person, isn't it? Oh! I just realized the spring feast is, it's a Jewish thing, Seder. I don't know that it's in spring, but it seems plausible. And now I kind of like this ire pretty well. Partier? No? This could just be basilicas. Ah, I see. A night owl is a late riser. Albs. I don't know what this means. Baltic native? LET? What country has people whose Leto? Leta? Leth? Leet, L-E-T-E. We gotta have like redice. Retake. Maybe you cut again because you're going to retake a shot in a movie? Causes for alarm. There's a cause that like protesters have. I don't know what one of those really has to do with alarm, but okay, well this is probably an S, right? S blank S could be, there's not a lot of letters. Well, there's a fair number of letters that fit there. Like E is one. T is one. Like heasts isn't a word, but if it were, the T would be okay there. P kind of, right? Helsps. You could maybe fit there, I guess. K. Hersks. I don't know. The word that feels best here to me, the letter that feels best to me is an E. And that seems okay for the end of a letter that's a gemstone. Maybe it's something that ends with ite? No. We have this N here. This kind of looks like it wants to be a vowel, right? It doesn't have to be. It could be like Karn. Like that's, you could make that be a name or something. I'm sure there's more reasonable names you could think of that end with a consonant than N, but that was the first collection of noises that came to mind for me. What about this? We could put an I at the end, but I still don't know anything about Or I know very little about musical notation. Nor enough about Latin to just guess. This is like the biggest area I can see to break in. Saws. Like, the first letter has to be a vowel, which is pretty big, isn't it? Ah! I figured out the gemstone. I figured it out from, like, thinking about what this could be, and I thought aga? And then I realized that the gemstone is garnet. And I think this might be aga, although I don't know what the heck it means. S. Ah! An alarm would go off during a heist. So the heist causes the alarm. Cut again, say. Re-slit? Re-clip? Paula lean? Could be. I don't know, this kind of looks like a T at this point. Oh, but this S, right? It can't be slit. Because we have SS, which does not sound right to me. It's possible, of course. Could be an abbreviation for something, and when it could be the current long form term of something that was derived from an abbreviation that starts with like SS. So I don't know, but I kind of no, reclip is no good. Re-slit is no good. Saws. Adages, like an old saw is an old adage, a well-known saying, maybe. And then we have GNO, which is a thing that can appear in... Ah, yes, because we can re-edit something, and Dean is a name. Oh my god, nailed it. Okay. So what the hell is albs? Clergy albs for men. It's just like a picture of the kind of frock-like thing that you sometimes see priests wear. Okay. What else did I get here that I was not totally, didn't really understand? Who is El Cid? A Castilian knight and warlord in medieval Spain. Okay. What else? Happy to have guessed etc. on the first go, even though I didn't put it in. Segno. I mean, looking that up won't tell me anything interesting, I'm sure, but... Any good downs? Atlases, yeah, it's pretty easy. NOS? Rebuffs? Sure. A rebuff is a no, and multiple of them is rebuffs. Shuss! Oh, what the heck is that? It is a straight downhill run on skis. Okay, well... It does sound like snow. I guessed it was a ski thing. Tune, yeah, alright. Basilicas. Light bright. Urs, yep. Aries, I knew. Seder, I got eventually. Trim. Terry Crews. NASCAR Dad, Graybeard. Leia was a general. Centavos. Let. Oh, what is that? Latvians are called Lets. Huh. Never knew. ACC. ACC. The something conference, I guess? Atlantic Coast, I assume conference? Yeah, Atlantic Coast Conference. And I explained the dole already. Heists, yep. Segno, yeah, we still don't know what that means. San Pablo, I don't know where that is, but I guess it's near Berkeley. Ocean, Perps, yeah. Paula Dean. I'll be honest, when I saw Paula, I was like, is it Paula Dean? But, like, I never know if it's, like, I'm thinking of some well-known celebrity chef or, like, a porn star. Like, I don't know. I don't know either of them very well, but I hear both of them on occasion, and so I'm a little bit afraid to speak up with a name in case what I'm actually speaking up with is a porn star. Plus, I wouldn't have known how to spell it anyway. Aga. So that's, is that Indian? Ottoman. An honorific title for a civilian or often part of such a title. Civilian or military officer. Okay. And then we have MSs, which I explained, and MCI. All right, well, there you go. That's the Friday. I guess we'll do the mini on our way out here. Am I ready to get started? Let me settle in for a speed run here. Okay. Protection for a shark diver. They're in tanks. Prince married to Markle. Ugh, I forget. Handle the intros at a show? I don't know. Track competitions are races. Fizzy drink is probably a soda. Celebrity's brief appearance is a cage. Is a cameo. So it wasn't races. Followed a curved path is arced. Climate activist Greta Thunberg. Emoji, I mean, get a load of this. Eyes. Harry. Bottom lines of dresses are hems. MC. Oh, I thought it was MC, but I didn't think that was 5 letters long. Meets. Track meets. Okay. All right. We'll look at spelling. Oh, actually, tell me how to solve yesterday's Letterboxd. Wait, are these the same ones we did? Endorphin, nutmeg? Yeah, these are the same letters. It hasn't cycled yet, apparently. Does that mean spelling bee hasn't cycled either? I did this one on camera, right? Difficult? Yeah, alright. I think that, like, the spelling bee cycles at, or all the other puzzles cycle at midnight Eastern time, and the crossword cycles at 10 p.m. Eastern time, I think. It might be even later. Is it, like, 3 a.m., yeah. So yesterday, I actually was recording kind of late, so it could have gotten to after midnight. I don't know. All right. So it's still the same one. We're not going to do anymore. Okay, well, I guess that means we're done. Do you guys want to admire our completed crossword just a minute longer? Wow, look at that. Oh, stats. Do we have any good stats? Where are my stats? Wow, 22 minutes. Okay, slightly longer than average for a Friday. That surprises me a bit. Maybe I got into the habit of doing them with my mom. 2 people is certainly faster. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.